The handstand is a static calisthenics exercise that requires a great amount of balance and coordination. Basically, it's just like standing on our feet but upside down. More specifically, is the ability to maintain the center of mass at the same line with the point of impact. But not every handstand is the same. For example, this is the wormly handstand. It looks wobbly, ugly and unstable. Just by looking at it, you feel a disgusting feeling. On the other hand, however, we have the beastly handstand. It looks smooth, beautiful and stable. It gives you a feeling of peace when you observe it. This should be our goal. More specifically, we want to maintain straight arms, elevated shoulders and engaged core. By activating external rotation on our shoulders, we make sure the elbows do not bend. Using the upper trapezius, we push the ground as hard as possible until the shoulders cover the ears, and this way our shoulders are in a more stable position. And also by activating our glutes and abs, we maintain the posterior pelvic tilt so we don't have any energy leaks. In simple words, palms, elbows, shoulders, pelvis and toes are in a perfect straight line. The hand balancer is calm, breathes normally and stays still. Some common mistakes are bent arms, depressed shoulders and not engaged core. Instead of keeping elbows locked by activating external rotation of the shoulders, you internally rotate and that makes it easier for the elbows to bend. Instead of pushing the earth as hard as possible, you let the gravity sink you into the ground and it goes hand to hand with limited shoulder flexion. When you don't engage properly your core, we have the known banana, where actually the activation on glutes and abs is missing and we have anterior pelvic tilt. And when you do all the three mistakes combined, we have the wormly handstand. If your handstand has similarities with this, don't worry, there are progressions for every level. More specifically, we have 6 main progressions. Starting from the easiest, we have the frog stand, the pike handstand, the kick up, the back to wall handstand, the falling handstand and the chest to wall handstand. Let's see them one by one. On the frog stand, we support our knees above our elbows and we try to balance. If that's too difficult for you, you can do it with one leg touching the ground. Frog stand helps us to prepare the wrist and to understand how the balance works. On pike handstand, we put our feet on an elevated object and we try to emulate the handstand. Some of the weight goes to your legs and also the balance component gets out of the equation. If that's too difficult for you, you can do it with your legs on the ground. The pike handstands helps us strengthen the elevation and also it's a great exercise to get comfortable being upside down. On the kick up, being close to the wall, you jump with your legs in order to get into the handstand position. More specifically, the one leg pushes the ground and the other kicks the air to get some momentum. If you push too hard, you're gonna hit the wall, and if you push too soft, you will not get to your handstand. The kick up helps us understand how much pressure we need to put in order to go to the handstand position. On the back to wall handstand, just like the previous exercise, we are close to the wall, but here we focus on holding the actual handstand and not just kicking. We touch the wall gently whenever we lose balance, but the intention is to touch it as less as possible. If that, however, is too difficult for you, just have constant impact with the wall until you feel comfortable. Back to wall handstand helps us understand how to balance when the center of mass goes towards the belly. From the other side, we have the wall. The fifth exercise is falling handstand, which while having our chest facing the wall, we fall voluntarily in order to learn how to bail out of the handstand smoothly. It's really important to master this progression before going to the chest to wall handstand. Having some distance from the wall, we fall like a ballerina, trying to create as little noise as possible and not hitting the ground like a rock. The falling handstand helps us understand the correct movement pattern we must do if we lose our balance from the handstand, and also it allows us to create a better relationship with the fear of falling so we can be calm while holding the handstand. Once you get good on that, then you can continue on the last progression, which is the chest to wall handstand. It's exactly the same with back to wall handstand, but here our chest is facing the wall. Once again, we touch the wall gently whenever we lose our balance, but the intention is to not touch it at all. If, however, this is too hard for you, at the start have constant impact with the wall until you feel comfortable. The chest to wall handstand helps us understand how to balance when the center of mass go towards our back. If you focus on this exercise for some time, at a certain point you will not touch the wall at all, and that means you can start practicing the freestanding handstand. If you can already do the handstand but it's not yet the beastly handstand, you can use these 6 progressions we talk about wisely to improve your technique. Just find the weakest link on your handstand and perform specific progressions that focus on that. If, for example, your arms are bent and you don't have sufficient elevation on your shoulders, just invest your energy on the pike handstand where you focus on straight arms and shoulder elevation. Our ego wants to perform exercises that makes us feel good, not the one that will give us results. Don't let your ego stop you from seeing progress. And that's all you need to know to become a true handstand beast, so you can continue to the handstand push-up beast. To get access to the best calisthenics online course in the world, hit the link in bio. And if you're interested with one-to-one online coaching with me, schedule your free consulting call right now.